Hello everybody! Welcome back. I'm Mr. Mystic Square, and this is the lovely village so far. And looking at what does this village need? Well, we want to keep it safe. And sometimes when it gets dark, zombies show up, and I've got all the villagers running around free. So we're going to have to add some security. And the best security that Minecraft can give us is golems. That's a goal. But if you build it in the wrong sequence, it's not going to spawn. That's important to note, and that's how we get away with building a golem without it turning into a golem. Because we put that on last, see, he shows up. But if we put the pumpkin out before the last block of iron, then we're left with a bit of a statue. So here we are. And this is where we're going to build the golem factory. And the most complicated part of it all is going to be the 3x3 piston door entrance. And because that's the most complicated piece, we got to do it first. The factory, it's a big easy decoration, but the piston door, that's the complicated part. And thankfully Tomco had an excellent build tutorial that I followed to build this, and I'll put a link down in the description below. And he does it a really good demo tutorial, and it's a little easier to follow along than me here in the actual survival world, applying it where it belongs. I'm pretty sure he does his out in creative mode where you can just see the build all exposed and all the sides. But this is me, Mr. McSquare. I play Minecraft in survival mode, and yeah, it's harder, but I like it that way. The great thing about this build is that all the redstone is only one wide. Not counting the on and off button to open the doors. It's all just one wide with a couple of buttons sticking out the side. And that's amazingly good for how compact this is. So we dug a hole around the entrance to make room for our redstone. And we're going to encase it in with stone bricks. And then we're still going to need access to the redstone just in case something gets broken or goes wrong. We need to troubleshoot. So there'll be a maintenance access at the end of it. You'll also notice one weird block there. I was messing around pushing the buttons. Reset it. Carry on with the build. I've got one chiseled block in the middle, and when the door closes, that will wind up being like the dead center bullseye of the 3x3 door. And we're not looking to be sneaky and hide this thing, but it will be subtle, and if you're not looking for it, you probably won't notice it. I've actually got two other neighbors, Chuck Ross and Rob Frost, and I'm not even going to tell them I built this place. I'm going to see how long it's here before they know it's there. If they see it on my videos, fine, but I'm not going to mention to them. I'm just going to build this thing and let it sit where it belongs and see how long it is before they notice. Anything bigger than a 3x3 door, it gets complicated. We can do double piston extenders. So on my own, I could do something either 4 wide and super long, or 4 tall and super long, just using double piston extenders. Anything beyond a double extender is a little bit beyond my redstone knowledge right now. So this here only required one double piston extender to get to the middle, and a single piston by itself just to get to each of the sides. So for me, it was a super good build. Super easy. And we like easy. And for all you people out there that haven't played with redstone yet, it feels intimidating, but really it's a lot of yes-no decisions, on-off switches, and just making your circuits connect. There's all kinds of tutorials out there that specifically focus on this stuff, and if you ever want to teach yourself, that's definitely worthwhile to take a look at. I also love adding dynamic movement to Minecraft. Squares look nice, but they just sit there and they don't move. It's really nice to have things that move. So with that in mind, oh, not quite there yet. Okay, we've got the 3x3 hole there. Yeah, redstone torch. Scaffolding, survival builder's best friend. Oof. Okay, have to keep increasing the size of the hole, but that's okay because the factory itself is going to be inside, so the more hole I make, that's fine, because we're going to have to haul all this out anyway. And hauling it out is going to give us our building materials, so it's a win-win. Okay. Getting there. Whoop. A little bit of an audio glitch there. We'll fix that. Aha! Success! And, oh, so good. So good. I love that stuff. You know that feeling you get when your redstone works is just awesome. And when it doesn't work, it's just such disappointment. Okay. And we added a T flip switch there. Again, Tomko in his video gives you a link right to how to do T flip switches. And the copper bulbs make flip switches so easy now. There we go. Open, closed. Haha! Worky, worky. Okay, so then we haul out the big space for the factory now that the door's done. And we got our access door down to the redstone area. First thing we'll do is we'll give it a shoring up, some internal wood support structures. And you can see we just used dark oak, and then with that we're going to trim the crease all around the outside. And I'll fast forward past that. You get the idea. There it is. And just a couple of inverted stairs at each of the joints. The rails, they give us our corner turning effect for our assembly conveyor belt here. And each of these platforms will be a different stage of iron golem construction. Now, only 3 of these platforms actually have iron golem stuff on it. The rest are empty because it needs a return cycle. Again, we'll build this out of sequence so that the thing does not come to life on us. Then we can actually have an assembly line display. There we go. Feet, arms and feet, arms, feet, and head. Make it look like some supports. Yeah. And then if the golem walked away, these supports on these ones would be empty. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to keep that or not, but you get the idea. Build the golem up. Okay. Get out the safety markers, some good old orange and yellow. Thank goodness we got our wool farm to tap into for this. I love having the basics already out there and like a warehouse full of building supplies, because my creativity is limited by my resources. And so now that the town is getting built up, now we can make the fancier stuff. There we go. And then the last side. We're not going to do the corners. We want the corner missing just to round it off that little bit. There we go. Safety barrier around, and always remember to keep your builds lit up. You don't want unwelcome creepers to visit you and set you back on your build. Okay, off the ceiling we'll make a crane system. After all, if it's iron blocks and iron golems, that's a lot of weight. So we'll put a crane over top of each of the different progress stations. And the grindstones make excellent pulleys. Got lots of chains out of mines that I've come across. And if you don't have that, you can always make the chains out of iron. Chisel block is like a power... yes, we're going to use the chisel block, but not there. Not there. We'll put a second pulley there. Put the chisel block at the bottom. Makes it look like the chain runs into it. And then the grindstones look like pulleys that the chain runs through. Yeah, there. Yeah, I like it. It flows nicely. And we're using polished andesite for the support structure. Can't make polished andesite walls, so we'll use regular andesite for that. And then we'll replicate that over top of each of the workstations. And we'll use some andesite wall to make it look like it's gripping the iron and putting it into place. Yeah, there we go. And it won't just grip there. We'll put that grip concept onto all three stations. Whether it's 1 block, 3 blocks, or even just the pumpkin on top. Yeah. Don't need those. But we'll put something in the middle of each of those blocks just to make it look like a placeholder for future golems. Yeah, that'll do. Just a piece of scaffolding. Yeah. Okay. Make a workstation for controlling the cranes. We'll just replicate that on all three. And then some control bits and bobs. A couple levers and buttons. Alright, they don't really do anything, but they look good. Okay. If the cranes are placing those things, then they need to grab a stockpile. So we'll put some jack-o'-lanterns over here for the jack-o'-lantern crane. And we're only leaving the one lit up that's in place. It's got that nice activation effect. And we leave gaps in our stacks because material has been pulled off in the assembly process. And this pile over here will be for the singles. Yeah, that looks good. It tells a story. And then the crane's going to need access to go 2 different directions. It's not actually going to move because every picture is a moment frozen in time. A little too close to the wall up top, so just cut it back 1. Some polished andesite stairs upside down. Whoops! Right there. Yeah, that's it. And then it's built into the ceiling and supported. Some more stockpiles in this open space. And then we'll leave space for a tool crib engineering type area. So there's a stack of iron. Next we'll put a stack of jack-o'-lanterns. Might have did a stack of pumpkins, but I got enough jack-o'-lanterns on me right now that we'll just do jack-o'-lanterns. Carved pumpkins is what they're called. I think the jack-o'-lantern is the lit up version. And by only having that one jack-o'-lantern lit up at the end, it gives it that feel that that's the moment of life when the iron golem's gonna come through. Power. Let's put a power source for our machinery. And it's always fantasy-based, imagination world, so we just need some more movement. And to get movement, we're going to need a pulse generator. So if I run 2 redstone torches together, and it does need solid blocks over top of them, or the pulse won't work, and then a redstone line out, you can see the redstone is pulsing. And that pulse is a little too fast, so we'll just slow it down with a repeater, like so. And then you'll see the pulse on the output of the repeater is slower than the input, because we don't want things to move too fast. Give ourselves a seizure watching all the flashy lights. Okay, and a couple of tanks off on the side with some soul sand at the bottom to give it the bubbles. Make an orange tank next to the orange light and a green tank next to the green light. And the bubbles, they do take a moment to start going. Like if you walk away from an area, the bubbles won't generate. It's just like when a chunk loads, the bubbles have to take a moment to load to realize, oh, they're looking at us, we gotta get working. It's just a Minecraft mechanics thing. But if you really want to look at the tanks, and if you wait a few moments, they'll bubble up for you. There's a tank on one side, and a green tank on the other. Same thing, just green glass instead of orange. And I will randomly break the redstone line and then reattach it, just so that the lights are on a different timing. I don't want them both to be on and off at the same time. I want either a delay or an alternating. There's some cosmetic chain to bring it all together. We'll close in the redstone. Get rid of the excess spaces. Some safety glass to make sure nobody messes with our stuff. Or if they do it, it won't be by accident. Not on accident, by accident. Okay. Good thick safety glass. There. And that will constantly pulse and give the factory some life and some movement. Okay, the last little area here, we'll just cordon off a little area for tools, and engineering, maintenance, etc. Okay, gonna need another pillar over here. Dress them off, connect them. Also makes the room look more supported and stronger. And then we'll need some workbenches and diagrams. There's no real poster of a iron golem, so we'll just wind up using item frames appropriately spaced out. Is that the state-of-the-art Minecraft engineers? They can read this. They know that's how you build an iron golem. And the tools, workbenches, workspaces. And we'll just basically use every tool that you can find that's made out of iron. And a few more copies. What the heck, we'll even add a sword in here too. Why is there a hoe in a sword? Shut up, that's why. It's what we got to work with. Okay. And another shovel probably, yep. Okay, a little trick I like is just to chop up the double chests in a certain way so that there's single chests lined up. And that's her! That is her! Oh, I like this so much. Let's do a quick walkthrough of all this. It took me all night to build this, and I compressed all the footage down to like 23 minutes for you here. But I like it. We got a big dynamic 3x3 piston door. Beautiful, beautiful, baby. And then look at that. We got the assembly line, putting the iron golem together. Yeah, yeah. And there's Big Pete. Big Pete walking around fresh off the assembly line. Our power source just churning away. Bubbles coming out of the water tanks. Lights are on an alternating sequence. Extra building supplies. A tool crib. Yeah. And the aptly labeled Golem. Some steel tools. Please don't steal the steel tools. Extra supplies. And of course, Redstone area. Have you received your Redstone safety brief today? Okay, access up and down. And if this breaks, what breaks it is this bulb right here. It needs to be off. Bulb, B-U-L-B, must be off for door to work. If you spam the button too much, there's the possibility of that light staying on, and then it'll mess things up. And that's how you fix it, is that lever right there. Just make sure the light's off. That's my one piece of troubleshooting for this very simple 3x3 piston door Tom Cole build. Link in description. And our accessible maintenance area, that would be broken, and then just turn that light off. And we'll leave the switch in the up position. So, that'll do it. I had a lot of fun building this, and I'm happy to share it with everybody. Minecraft, the only limit is your imagination. Pushing the golem out of the way. Yeah. I like it. Well, that's been me, Mr. McSquare, bringing to you my Iron Golem Factory build. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.